Hello all and welcome to the second episode of The Director's Chair, where there will be different segments of films and analysis and the medium of film as a whole. In the previous episode I spoke about Director's Trademark, featuring Christopher Nolan. I will post a link in the description. This episode, a segment of foreign film favorites. One of the first films to come into my head when I thought of this is a multi-award winning feature released in 2002, City of God, or Cidade de Deus. Watching it for the first time in 2004, expectations were high since it was a very much talked about film when it was released, detailing the life and situation in Brazil in the 60s and 70s, in the slums of Rio, as the focus is on two characters, one who wants to be a photographer and the other to make it as a drug kingpin. What is truly raw about this is not just its pure realism, but that it involves children in crime, violence, and survival. It adds to its brutal nature of it. The pace from the first minute simply does not let go, a pacing similar to Goodfellas, but what strikes me from this film is that the force of it simply does care for the spectator, and told in a documentary style with the reenactments of its true inspiration from actual events that overpowered the city of Rio de Janeiro and the amazing characters that played part in shaping the city in question. If we look back at the decade of the 60s and 70s, we can focus on its rich musical and revolutionary history. With City of God, we are reminded how harsh the environment and conditions were. As a means of survival, gangs at war, corruption, and drug trafficking amongst districts. The crime rate was shocking to behold, but told through extraordinary cinematography, sequences, and colors. The film does not shy away from its vicious past. The amazing efforts of both directors in Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund to tell such a vivid retelling of their Brazilian history was not an easy task. Flashing back to a very turmoil time, packed with real-life photographs, news stories, based on real characters. Perhaps their greatest duo feature in which they made. We can learn in terms of filmmaking that raw life usually can be a great and troubling inspiration. The final result remains immortal to such an artistic retelling of chaos in a country with a stunning backdrop. Foreign film at its very, very best. If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe, as I will be featuring more episodes with different segments to add to the previous of director trademarks and foreign film favorites. Thank you again. Goodbye all.